All right. Cezar is with me. He's a 12th grader in the Flagstaff Unified School District. He's been participating in these protests, and I got video here coming up of Cezar basically getting ejected from the school. But some of the comments that the administrators made, pretty shocking to me, to be honest with you. But Cezar, let me ask you this, because first of all, how many of your other students have been participating? It's still going on. It's yesterday and today so far.
Yeah, so today there was about, there wasn't as many as yesterday. Today there was about 100 students outside with us participating and whatnot. Progressively, we got bigger and bigger throughout the day. And then yesterday, both schools close to one another kind of combined, and I heard there was a total of like 550 students or something like that.
Okay, and you're outside, so you're being quarantined basically from the rest of the school body.
Yeah.
Any teachers?
Yeah.
I mean, are they like out there teaching you math and stuff, or?
No. So when I was being sent home, my mom called the administration and was basically asking like, hey, can he get like a packet or something that he can like catch up on his work and stuff that he's going to miss today? And they basically told her that there's nothing that we can do. We're not going to send you anything, basically telling her that your stance on this doesn't matter and you don't really need anything. Your son could just figure it out on his own, basically. And yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's play this video. Now, you took this video. What's your mindset here? You're out there in the football field and you're like, hey, wait a second. Why am I standing out here? What good is this doing?
Yeah, so when I arrived at school that morning, I basically told myself that I was going to stand out on the football field because I felt that they were just sending us out there to basically get rid of us and just not have to deal with us for that day.
Yeah.
So my mindset was I was going to do this protest and still get my education and just go to school, have a normal school day without a mask and see how it goes. But I'm obviously going to stay being respectful and whatnot because that's the type of person I am. And I feel that's how we need to approach this whole situation. It's like peaceful.
I mean, the video here, let's start this video. You are clearly respectful the whole way through. This is Cezar being led to the administrator's office because you want to be in the school and get educated in the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a teacher.
They don't want to wear a mask in the school. They're meeting outside at the.
Yeah, but I choose to get an education while I'm doing my peaceful protest.
Right. Right. Yeah. I'm sure that they'll have something else that's so that maybe you can understand it.
Oh no, I definitely understand it.
But that comment right there that he stated, the comment of maybe we can get someone that can try and fill you in or get you to understand it.
Yeah.
The way that I portrayed that is like he was saying that I didn't understand the situation or the reason why we're protesting. I kind of took it as an insult, as him like.
You don't get it? You don't get it?
Yeah. I don't understand what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah. Yeah. But they do, apparently. And so he's leading you in and kind of like, hey, you are protesting, you're outside, but you can't, there's no interaction. It's just you fellow unmasked people basically out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on walking towards the administrator's office.
Yeah, you will go when you have your mask on.
No, thank you.
People that are in the classroom will have their mask on.
No, thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate your concern, but no, thank you.
Hey. This guy here, he wants to go to class without his mask.
So this guy here wants to go to class without his mask.
No, thank you. I'd rather go to class.
So it's either there or your parents just come get you.
My parents. You can call my parents if you'd like, but I'm gonna go to class.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, then we can call. You can do whatever you want. Either way, I'm gonna go to class.
Okay, so you're talking to another administrator here, and basically it's you got to go out there, or you got to call your parents to come get you, take you out of school.
Yeah, so they were giving me options. Either I go out there on the football field and not learn that day and just basically go out there and burn my whole day, or I'd have to call my parents to come get me and I'd basically be kicked off campus.
Okay. All right. Let's continue on here. So walking towards the administrator's office, and we'll get this video up on talkwithjeff.com, folks. You can check it out, the video. So now you're taking it into this is the admin office, right?
Yeah, this is the main office.
Okay. And a female administrator comes up here in a second.
Hello. Hi. I'm just trying to go to class.
Yeah, you gotta have a mask to do that.
No.
Then you gotta go. One or the other. You either go.
Would you like to
home.
call my parents?
Go home. No, I don't need to talk to them.
I mean, they prefer.
No,
I'm not talking to anyone unless you call my parents.
Okay, so you're asking this administrator. There's two there now. You're on mask.
Yeah.
Hey, you either got to wear the mask or you got to go is basically what she's saying. So is this normal school policy where you just come and go? Is it?
Yeah. So like when it's a normal day, before we like really started ramping up all this protest stuff and like we're sick and tired of the mask. We've been tired of the masks. I think me personally, I was tired of it back in October, but I was just doing it because I'm, like you said, a senior and I'm trying to get through high school and start my life. But like, they don't even give us like mask breaks or like time to like take off our masks and do anything. They just make us wear it the whole day. And when I've gotten talked to about like my mask being below my nose or just like sitting on my mouth or something like that. And when it was like really bad allergy season, I tried to I'd like walk around the halls without my mask or with my mask down. And multiple teachers told me that I need to keep it up. And when I'm telling them that like I can't breathe, one of the assistant principals of our school at that time told me that I can take my mask down, go and put it back on, and that's my mask break. And that seems a little,
yeah. Okay. Okay. So she continues on here.
You can just go. You can leave.
You can leave. Leave your campus.
Then I'm going to need you to sign this.
Okay. So you put it down. You have a paper which we'll share later. You asked let me pause it here. You asked the administrators to sign this document. Just briefly explain what's in this thing.
So the document is basically saying that it was like I'm asking the principal to sign off that she is removing me or is not letting me in school, and the fact that I'm going to try and make sure that my attendance is still fine. Like I'm not gonna have to write an attendance note and whatnot for it. But yeah, like it was just basically attendance wise, and it's proof that she is kicking me off the campus and I'm not just leaving and ditching school.
Okay, and her response here comes.
We can talk to the school board too and the
No,
superintendent.
you can. I need you to sign this.
And you're like, I need you to sign this. She's like, you can talk to the school board and superintendent. And you're like, no, I need you to sign this.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to be here if you have a mask on.
No, thank you.
Again,
I appreciate your concern.
wear the mask.
No.
Actually, I'm not comfortable with him in here right now without a mask on.
Yeah, we could call the police. I mean, they can help.
Why the police?
Okay, so now another employee comes up. I don't know who this is. And she's like, hey, I'm not comfortable with Cezar in here.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know you or not without this mask. And then one of them says we can call the police. So they're saying they're going to call the police to ask you escort you out, arrest you.
I wasn't sure. That's why I was asking why the police. I thought we were being civil and that it wasn't that escalated, but they wanted to involve the police, and I was confused about it.
Yeah, you were clearly being polite and civil and calm. Let's continue
You're
on.
refusing to follow the district policy.
I'm just asking you to sign
I'm
that.
not signing this.
Why not?
She doesn't have to sign anything she doesn't want
This
to.
is not my form. I am not signing that. I'm following district policy. And
I'm doing this for attendance purposes. So if I get sent home, I don't get marked for attendance. That's what I'm doing.
That is absolutely not my policy, nor my form, nor the schools, nor approved by our school board.
Okay, not approved. So they don't want to sign the form. It's not their form. It's not the school board's form. You're just trying to protect your school record and your attendance. Did they offer you any kind of, what was the attendance policy for the protest? Did they offer you anything other than if you're in the field, you're marked present? What was the deal there?
For today, they were having us scan this QR code, and it was going to mark that it was a school activity on our attendance. Yesterday, if you were out on the field, from what I'm hearing from my friends, they are telling me that it's just an unexcused tardy or missed class.
Okay. All right. Let's continue on here at the
Do
video.
not have any administrator sign
Okay.
that. So head on out.
So head on out.
Okay.
There's people out on the football field.
I'm not going to go out in the football field pointlessly because it's pointless to just stand out there and not get my voice heard.
We can hear your voice here.
Okay, so the crescendo is coming here because of some of the things they say in a minute. And folks, Cezar is with us. He's a 12th grade student at FUSD, participated in the mask protests. FUSD continues to have this mask mandate despite most other schools not having it. They basically say leave and you can just go if you're going to come into the school with a mask. So they say, hey, your voice can be heard. You can go out in the field. And you're like, hey, nobody's hearing my voice out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not.
This is another thing, a way for you to have your voice heard, okay? So whenever the school board has a meeting, they have something called a call to the public, okay?
Yeah.
And
Do
that's-
they actually listen?
They
They
absolutely
have
do.
to. But
Okay.
I'm just saying, that's a venue that we put in place as a school district
All
for
right.
people.
Now, you're laughing, and folks watching the
And
video.
Just so you know.
They say, do they listen? They absolutely listen, I think was the quote. I got it written down here. But last week at a school board meeting, there's the image of one of the board members, either just kind of not paying attention and just like, oh my God, or asleep. We don't know. I invited her to come on the show. She said she doesn't have a schedule, can't do it. She did respond at least, and that's Christine Fredericks. There's now a recall petition out to recall this board member. Do you feel like they're listening? I mean, they're telling you to go to the school board, Cezar.
So I am going to go to the school board, and I hope that change happens with this whole mask mandate. But it seems even when there's people like protesting for this stuff and they're trying to get their voices heard, I don't feel like they listen because no change ever comes from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it does, it's very minimal.
Well, and from what I'm hearing at the school board meetings, unless they change this, they're not accommodating all the people that want to come as far as the venue size. And also they're allowing 30 minutes of comment at 3 minutes a pop. That's 10 people. And I don't think they can fit that. Okay, continuing on with Cezar's video here.
And they are looking to change the mask policy on the 23rd. And
On the
have a
23rd.
school
So that would be a
optional.
really good day to go.
She's saying they're looking to change the mask policy on the 23rd. Is that what she said?
Yeah, they're voting on it, and it looks like they're headed in that direction.
They're voting on it, and it looks like they're heading in that direction. Are you getting that feeling that that's the direction they're going?
Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
They've heard your voice.
They've heard your voice, Cezar.
Especially with the administrator at the front desk basically saying that she's uncomfortable with me without a mask. That should prove it even more that they don't want that to happen. They don't want masks to be gone, and that they're just trying to get me out of the building as soon as possible.
Yeah.
If you want to go to a safer space,
Thank
can.
you.
So the other girl's going to a safer space.
Populations here, and
Yeah.
who are feeling very anxious about your presence.
Okay, we've had vulnerable populations here is what the admin says, or whoever this is, and they're very nervous, or very, I'm paraphrasing it, very nervous about your presence because you're unmasked.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to have you, I need you to step out.
I need you to step out.
So this is like me being removed from school today.
But you're not
You're
following
making
a
a
district
choice.
directive.
No, this is not, you're not being, you're making a choice.
I'm not making any choices. You guys are telling me to leave.
Yeah, we are telling you to leave.
So
because
that's
you're
not my
making a
choice.
To wear a mask.
But that's not my choice, though. You guys are making that choice for me.
No, well, neither here nor there. You can go.
This is freedom of choice, freedom of speech, and freedom to a free education.
Here comes.
What's that?
Your rights end where ours begin. I remember reading that in the Constitution. I can't remember who penned that. What did you think when she said that?
In the heat of the moment, I didn't think much of it. I was, at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to just ask them some questions that I want to know, and then I'll get out of their hair, because the lady that I was talking to, and the main lady, she was very impatient with me.
Yeah.
And she just kept on saying, or she says later on in the video that she has a meeting very soon and she needs me to leave as soon as possible.
Yeah, let's finish that up. About a minute left here in this video.
Where ours begin. And when
people don't
She'll be
feel
back.
comfortable.
Oh, okay. We're not
You're
doing
impinging
balloons
on
and
her.
stuff. It's
You're
all-
impinging on her rights because she feels uncomfortable. I remember reading that in the Constitution too.
That's all. We're just trying to protect everybody.
Just trying to protect everybody.
We're all ready to get rid of these masks, just like you. We're just going to wait until the school board passes it on the 23rd.
She said, "Hey, we're all trying to get rid of this mask as well. We don't like it either." And then you got this
Ask
comment
you something.
response.
If everyone's so worried and everyone's so scared, why get rid of the masks? If we're still having COVID outbreaks, what are the masks really doing?
Well, I'm not here to have that. I have a meeting with the parent, and I'm not here to argue with you right now. We're just doing what our school district, because we're employees of the district, and you're school students of the school district, and we're following our rules.
Okay, one more question, then I'll head up. Where do I go to make sure that I don't get marked for attendance?
All right.
So just have your folks call.
Yeah, have your folks
All right, so
follow.
that's basically it, right? And you wanted to protect yourself not being marked absent. After this, you walk out, and I could hear your sigh of relief when you get out of there, Cezar. But I find it's funny that as soon as you bring up a point with why are they going to get rid of this when you're saying you're so uncomfortable? I mean, if there was literally somebody having a panic attack there, that you were in there unmasked. And I look, I don't know the person's situation, so I'm not going to speculate, but I mean, I know people go out in society and they're interacting with other people outside the school. So I think this has gone on for too long, so long. What do you have to say to these folks, especially Cezar going into next week's meeting? If you have their ear right now, which I think you do.
It's I mean, we just need change. We need to get over this COVID speed bump. Like, everyone's acting like COVID is the worst thing in the world. And in my opinion, I don't see us getting rid of COVID anytime soon. All right. They're coming out with a new vaccine every week because there's a new variant of COVID every week. There's booster shots now. And it's just like, why do we need to get, I think it's like 4 shots now. Why do we need to get 4 different shots and still have to be required to wear a mask indoors? Like, what is this shot really doing for us? And like, we need to treat COVID like it's the flu now. Like, we're going to live with it for a while. Let's stop being fearful of it. Let's go back to our normal lives. Let's stop wearing masks and let's just live. Like,
yeah,
it's not helping a lot of kids in school. Yes, being back in person school is amazing and it's helping me especially out quite a bit. But the constant mask and constantly being told to put your mask up, and like, teachers are not nice about this. They are kind of aggressive when it comes to making sure our masks are up. I had an incident with a teacher where it's the end of the school day and I'm walking out. I take off my mask because I've been wearing it all day, and he like gets right in my personal space and is like telling me to put my mask back on and is like demanding it, raising his voice and whatnot. It's uncharacteristic and it's not right. It's purely not right to talk to us this way.
And time to move on. And I think, Cezar, I want to say this. I applaud you for your efforts. A lot of people have been scared to stand up. I got to tell you, though, most other schools have dropped this. A lot of the country has moved on. Most of the state has moved on. They never got into this rut that FUSD got into, and they're doing just fine. And there's this paranoia that continues to persist. But Cezar, you give me hope, because oftentimes I pick on the young folks for not standing up for their rights here. And I feel better today knowing that there are people out there that are doing it. And all it takes sometimes is that spark. So keep it up. And I get it. You're almost out of there. So, senior, keep it up, though. And I think that's what people need to see and fight for their rights. So I appreciate it, Cezar.
Yeah, appreciate it.